I'm very sure many of you are going to give me bad words after you watch this video, or you're going to give me a lot of stuff like, who the hell are you? Look at your face. Do you know what the hell you're talking about? Stay in your lane, blah, blah. I'm going to get all those comments, which is okay because we agree to disagree. When it comes to politics, you either like the person who's giving the view or you don't like the person. Why? Because, loyalty towards a particular party. But given the fact that you asked me, what do I think? I'm making the video. So let me know what are your thoughts. Feel free, comment down below. And yes, remember, if your comment doesn't appear, it's not me who's doing anything. It's the YouTube's algorithm. So play within the YouTube's ecosystem, so as to speak. Okay. Let me give you uncensored views. I've already warned you. You may not like what I have to say. All right. So let's start. Abhijit Dipke, the founder of the CJP party, 30-year-old, honestly speaking, he surprised me. Seriously. Why? Because I never thought he would land in India. I never thought he would step foot in India, simply because I was absolutely worried. I was concerned that he would get arrested by the BJP or, opposing parties. But surprise, surprise, they didn't arrest him. Smart strategy. They didn't arrest him. They didn't do anything. They wanted to see what he would do. Maybe they are hoping that he makes a mistake or his supporters, indulge in some violence or some fight takes place and then they can actually arrest him and say inciting violence. But a very smart move by the BJP to allow them to protest because, that shows, okay, at least you allow freedom of expression and speech. And kudos to Abhijit Dipke. One is, it takes a lot of guts to, step foot in India, especially when you're speaking against the most powerful party and its loopholes. Second one is, I have to admire, seriously, heart of hearts, I admire what this 30-year-old young man is doing because it's very easy for people like me to comment. I'm raising my hands and I'm saying, you're right. It's very easy for me to comment and pass views sitting behind a keyboard and monitor. I admit it takes a lot of courage, guts to literally be, like they say, on the firing line. So that's the second thing I have to admire and respect. Number 3 is the youth have all come together. Nothing but respect to you guys. You guys are braving the heat. You are, saying no to your jobs or, whatever your personal life. You're all uniting in a movement to hopefully see a change. So I have to give kudos. I have to give respect where respect is due. However, now comes the part which you may not like what I'm about to say. See, all this coming down, uniting with people, speaking for the country. Yeah, I know there are some of the media channels that are saying he got kicked out of USA. He got booted out because of his college and all that. That is all bull. Okay, I do not believe unless I see actual evidence or statements from the immigration or from the college. So I don't think that is the reality. He has come down there for whatever reason or agenda that he has. And I believe it's all for the right reasons. Now, here's the thing which may be unpopular in terms of opinion. The question that I'm asking is, number 1 is, what will he do next? In terms of what will you achieve in terms of a strategy? Let's say he manages to get the minister to resign, that educational minister, he wants him to resign. Fine. But then the question is, who comes on that seat of power next? That's my first question. Are you going to somehow manage to get someone whom you approve? If that is the case, what is the process? How do you know the next guy is going to do his job well? And remember, any change that takes place takes time. It's not going to happen within a week, 10 days. And if you know India very well, which I'm sure most of you do more than me, the whole system is corrupt. All the people, almost all, are corrupt. You cannot change an entire system. You cannot get rid of all those people who are holding on to the positions of power. And see, they will keep quiet until they feel they are threatened. Like they always say, don't come in between a man and his money, a man and his ambition, a man and what matters to him the most. Because the minute you do step on those toes, then problems can take place. I honestly, even right now, I'm worried for the safety of this young man because let's assume it's not the BJP. Let's assume it's not the top leaders. You can get some psychotic chap who has nothing else to do, who maybe doesn't give a damn about what the consequences are. He can hurt and harm this young man. All right. That is an honest concern. And keep in mind that if there is someone who's corrupt, let's say in the BJP party, there is someone who really does not like this guy. He can bribe someone who just for a couple of, little bit of US dollars, little bit of money. He might even tell him, like there are actual individuals who, if you tell them, I'll take care of your mother, your sister, I'll send them money every month. You don't have to worry anything. Just do what I tell you. There are a lot of people who are prepared to do this, not because they are evil, but because they want to take care of their family. And poverty is rampant in India. So I'm genuinely worried about this guy. The next thing which I'm also concerned is remember, he has to form a political party that has to be approved by the government if he really has to see change. Either he can join an opposing party or he can create his own. But then the question is, how much of change will he be able to bring into India? Is the change temporary? Is it? Do you think it's going to be permanent? Do you think that once after he makes a change in one area, there's not going to be any problems or challenges? Yeah, I know something is better than nothing, but there will be so many issues to tackle. How will he be able to tackle all this? And end of the day, remember, a political party needs money, revenue, funds to sustain and survive. And Indians are not very well known for unity. Is he a capable leader that he can unite everyone? Remember, he created this Twitter out of pure sheer luck or just accident. We do not know his leadership skills. Will he be able to unite people with different viewpoints, mood swings, attitudes, egos, people who have their own agenda? Will he be able to bring together and that also sustain and survive over the long run? And if in case, let's say he fights a legal battle with a particular institution or a change, does he have the financial muscle or the patience or the tolerance to take it for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? Because remember, our judicial system is also, there are a lot of key players who occupy seats of power installed by the BJP there. Do you seriously think they're going to make a change immediately? In fact, one of the worst things that I predict would happen is they are going to allow him to make as much noise as you want. And then eventually when people don't stop seeing changes, they are not going to see any changes or any results. Will they lose steam? Will they suddenly turn against him? Will he be the target of, their own attacks? They'll be like, oh, I expected so much out of you. What the hell have you done? You're just another one just making big noise. Because at the end of the day, he'll be, held accountable. And if the people who support him right now, it's like a honeymoon phase. Everyone's excited. Everyone's, yeah. How long can you keep going in the sun? How long can you keep fighting? In fact, what if they don't see any changes, or what if they see changes that are promised but do not happen, that take weeks, months, and years? Eventually, people will be like, man, I have my own bills to pay. I have my own stuff to worry about. I have my own shit to clean up. I can't continue this. And then eventually what will happen? He'll all die. Because remember, this is now when he steps into the spotlight, everyone's going to be watching him. Just like when you join a new company, there is always targets. First 30 days, first 60 days, first 90 days. People hold you accountable. You can't just join, sit and, show fanfare. People eventually are going to lose that halo effect that they have about Abhijit. Wow, big change. We are part of this Twitter verse. But then if there are no changes, then what? And, finally it comes down to Abhijit. What are his goals? What is his agenda? And if he doesn't achieve anything and he decides, chal man, this is not for me, it's not working out for me, he'll be, the face of absolute mockery. And then who's going to take care of all the other people? Now, these are just my doubts. This is not me hating on him. I do understand when you say that, yes, something is better than nothing. You're absolutely right over there. And I also voice the same thing that you say. What do you want us to sit quiet and do nothing about it? That's also not the solution. At least he's doing something about it. But understand this much. India is a very big country. So many people are there. So many states, so many religions, so many agendas, so many challenges, so many problems, so much of corruption. It's like if I were to ask you, can you change your mother and father? They are old timers. Can you change them? Can you change their opinion? The answer is no, you can't change them. So if you can't change them, you have to leave their house and you have to start your own and maybe form your own family, because you can't change them. So you'll create your own. So then when you create your own family, you get bogged down with your own challenges, your own bills to pay, your own, maintaining your own family. The infighting, the mood swings, the opinions, the egos. It's so much of a challenge here. It's like opening up a company. Very easy when you just open it. A lot of excitement. But then the day-to-day grind really kills you. And in India, if you do not have the contacts, the connection, the money, especially from big sponsors, very hard to survive. So all I can say right now is nothing but respect to Abhijit, to have the courage and the guts to come down to India, to keep the hopes alive, to at least do something instead of nothing. It's to be seen what is going to happen after this. Let's say the minister resigns. The question is, then what? The bigger question is Abhijit actually... He's a founder right now of a movement online. The question is he a leader? Can he manage people? Can he take care of the egos? Can he take care of the different agendas? Can he bring people together? That also as a political party, as a movement. And then After that, he has to have sponsors, he has to have public support, he has to have funding. Others, without money, how will you survive? Yeah. What are you going to do? Keep asking other people, go fund me and all that. And eventually, I'll tell you, people all have their own selfish agendas. And it's nothing wrong. They have a family to feed, they have bills to pay, they have a career to take care of. So if that is not answered, eventually people say, boss, I can't keep supporting you. I can't keep coming out in the sun like this. Who will take care of my mother, father, brother, sister, my career? I'm getting old. So, and then the last thing is, if he does form a political party, then he'll be under the spotlight. And if he fails, I can assure you this once, the very same public that is supporting him is going to turn their backs on him, and he's going to be crucified left, right, and center. Because end of the day, all this big talk, big noise is great. If you can't show change, then you're failed. He is going to fight against he is not just one David against one Goliath. He's one David against 1 million Goliath. I don't know what is he going to do, but I do wish him all the best. And like they say, time will tell. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's see what happens next. I will definitely be reading your comments. Comment down below. This is me signing off.